Hi there, it's Miss Jones again from Sew with Miss Jones. Today we have Miss Scarlett back to be our guest teacher and show us how to do the stem stitch, which is an embroidery stitch. She does it like I do it, but she's done a really good video, so we're going to watch her instead of me today. Use 2 or 3 strands of embroidery floss, depending on what your teacher says, and knot one end. Bring the thread up from the back. Knot should never show on the front. Tuck your thread underneath your thumb. Take a really small stitch, like 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, back towards the beginning. Pull the thread flat, but not too tight. Tuck the thread under your thumb again and take another small stitch back towards the previous stitch. Pull it flat. Tuck the thread under your thumb again and take another small stitch. Continue stitching until you have finished the line that you are following. And that's a stem stitch. So if you'll notice, I've been doing the stem stitch just like Miss Scarlett did it, but I've been doing it along the edge of another piece of felt, and that's because in most instances on your cartoon pillows, you're supposed to use some kind of embroidery stitch around the outside of each one of your pieces to kind of outline it. And so I'm going to do just a couple more, just like Miss Scarlett did. So take that little stitch back towards the beginning, and you notice I kept my thumb on the thread. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to show you what to do when you are either running out of thread or you come to the end of the line where you're stitching, okay? And don't forget, don't pull these too tight because we don't want them to pucker. All right, so I'm going to take my thread, I'm going to go take a stitch straight through to the back, about the same distance as the other ones. I'm going to flip it over because I need to tie a knot. Remember, I want all my knots on the back. I'm going to slide underneath that last embroidery stitch until I have a little loop. I'm going to go through the loop 2 times, once and then twice, and then I'm going to pull it nice and flat. Then I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to leave about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. Okay, so that's what you do at the end of any line of embroidery stitching, so that you have a complete stitch on the front, but your knot ends up on the back. So that's the stem stitch. That's the one that I always use whenever I am showing students how to do outlining of different parts. But you know, other teachers use different stitches, and we use the one that we're comfortable with. Thanks to Miss Scarlett for showing us how to do it today. Bye for now.